Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Mystic Dunes. Looks like a really nice track, resort track down here in Orlando. We've got a little bit of an overcast sky, which means that it's a great day for shooting some course vlogs. Hopefully see a lot of ball flight and some cool swings out here. But I'm so glad to have you watching today. This is part 1, front 9 at Mystic Dunes. Let's get right to it. So we got our first hole of the day here. First hole for part 1. Mystic Dunes, little dogleg right, par 4. Looks like to start out. First swing getting out of the car. Could be a little bit interesting, but good confident one. Going at that bunker out through the fairway. Good swing on this one. Okay, so came over it a little bit. It's gonna go with that left bunker actually, left side of the fairway. And up there. So a little bit of a rinky-dink swing here at the first, getting out of the Caravan. We have the 2018 Dodge Caravan, absolutely fully loaded, everything you need. Crazy, another thing. Let's talk about the future here, people. Just like that, we're off. Let's try and make a birdie here at Mystic Dunes, start the day. So a little bit of an odd tee-ball there at the first, just kind of came across it, a little over the top of it, a little bit of a pull. Sharp turn here, trying to keep Mike in the cart. There we go, successful. But we have a fairway though, a fairway hit nonetheless. Looks like an interesting course. They say Mystic Dunes, gonna be a lot of bunkers here. I would expect, definitely that way on the first. Huge bunker lining the whole right side of this hole, and some big fairway bunkers up here at the left. So trying to keep out of the bunkers today. Good job here at the first hole, hitting the fairway. Trying to make a bird. So fairway hit here at the first hole. A little bit of a wacky swing there. Hit it off almost the shaft of the club, it felt like, off the heel. But we got a wedge in our hand at the first though. Joke's good. Ball's a little bit below my feet. Should leak out to the right a little bit. We got a back right pin, it looks like. I'm playing at about 140 into some wind here to that back pin. I got a pitching wedge. Heavied it. Came down on her pretty steep. It's gonna be way short. Oh, all right. I keep forgetting about the push-ups that I'm doing at night, I think. Really been trying to make sure I'm getting my push-ups in for the people. On those fat ones, still get a green regulation, which is good. I thought they think it was about 20 yards short. Probably a good thing I didn't catch it well. Might have been a missed club, but a green regulation. Nonetheless, let's try to make a birdie. So well short of this pin here. And caught that one real fat on that pitching wedge, way behind that one, a little steep on the approach shot there, but do have putter in hand here at the first. Definitely a tricky 2-putt. We'll see what we can do. A little bit up the hill at first, a little bit down the hill at the end. Looks like it's got to go down to the right. See right there. All right, so not a bad putt. Kind of just, I didn't feel like I got that started on the right line. Got that started a little bit low of where I wanted it. And we wind up on the low side. That'll do it, but good distance control on that long one. Try and convert with a good 2-putt here at the first. And a good one there. Thought I pulled it, did not. And solid 2-putt at the first hole. So a bad strike off the tee, kind of a bad iron strike as well. Good always to get out of there with a par after you do those two things. So good 2-putt. Starts off at even par here at Mystic Dunes. All right, so a par there at the first hole. Long 2-putt. Now we got a par 5 here. Try and get under par early in the round. A little dogleg right. Try and cut some of this corner off. Looks like the more out to the left you are, the longer this hole becomes. So trying to stay aggressive up the the right half of this hole. That's perfect. So it's actually going dead straight. Probably a little bit more on this than I'd want it. Out to the middle of the fairway though. And we'll have a good look in. Probably wanted to cut off just a little bit more of the hole there, but good tight draw up the middle. Tough to ever complain about that one. So fairway hit here at the 11th hole. Let's do it. So I said the 11th hole back there in the tee box. I think I forgot to mention that we're starting on the back 9 today. So the first hole was the 10th there. So a par at the 10th. Now the 11th hole is the par 5. Always a little bit odd, part 1 and part 2 in the video, and those are flipped, but I'd rather do the videos in the order that the round was played. This way we can kind of show how we can grind out the round together or potentially go low in the round together. So hopefully it's one of the go low days, but again, starting on the back 9 here today. So this is the 11th hole. Good drive here, could definitely be aggressive trying to get there in 2 here at the par 5. So a good tee ball there. Only have a little bit over 200 left to this front pin location. I have a 5-iron in my hand, probably about 215 left or so. My 5-iron maxes out at about 205, but a little bit downwind, and also don't want to go long with the hybrid here. Looks like a front pin even if we left this thing just short, that'd be ideal here on the par 5. So stay aggressive here. Ball's a little bit below my feet, should leak on me a touch. Put a good swing on this guy. So it's out to the right, Mike, right of the green. And a good kick left there. So pin high with that ball below my feet. I had to start that thing probably a little bit more left side of the green. I started it right at the pin instead. Never just turned over. So actually a good strike, pin high, and up and down for our birdie here. Let's try and make it. So a little short right here on the approach shot with the 5-iron. I thought it was going to be a little bit short. Kind of disappointed I didn't get that start line a little bit better. Get out of this rough over here on the right side. But lie isn't bad though. All the rough is kind of dormant here in Florida right now. So sitting up pretty good. Leaves out of the way. Try and focus up on that. I really like this one going in the hole. It would be good for our eagle. Really try and bind into this landing spot. I think I'm actually going to try and land it just a little bit short on the green, if not just on. We're pretty far out to the right. This green's going to slope down to the front pretty good. I flew that thing way too far. Way too far. So right line there. I was really buying into where I wanted to start that thing, and was not focused on my landing point there right before the end of that swing, right before I took that club back. So that's really where my brain should have been at, was buying into my landing spot instead of probably trying to jar it like I was. And now we have more than you would like for your birdie chance on a short par 5 like this. Let's see if we could steal one here. Still a good look at it. Coming back down the hill. Gonna want to leak out to my right just a touch. Ooh. All right, so slower than expected, and then did not quite break like I thought it would. So had visions of an eagle there over the ball, thinking about chipping that in, and we're gonna leave with a disappointing par here at the 11th. No up and down there for our birdie, but keep it moving to 12. Let's make one. So a disappointing par there at the short par 5, especially after a good tee shot. That's what the next hole's for. Try and get that birdie. First birdie of the vlog, first birdie of the front 9. Be nice to get it here. Looks like a little dog leg to the right. I'm actually gonna try and play it to the left side of that 150 stake out there. Very narrow tee shot here though at the 12th. That's a good one. High cut right up the middle, going right to 150 stake. Yeah, that's ideal. A little kick down to the right. We should be good in a good spot here. The long par 4 12th. Let's make one. So an interesting one here, you don't see this too often. We got two guys sitting in the middle of the fairway, about 50 yards in front of the green. We drove up to them, asked them if they were playing the hole. They said, no, we're just kind of taking a second. Looks like they're on the phone. He said, just go ahead and hit it over us. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. It's a weird one. But here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and hit it right over them. Got a 9-iron here, just inside 150. Going right at the pin. Let's see if it's the number. And it is. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Does not. Stays right there, but a good swing here. Might have to travel around with these guys, honestly. Good luck charm. That was also real good distance on that divot as well, too. Long walk back to replace this one, but a good swing here at the 12th. Let's make a birdie. Thank you, guys. Flushed that 9-iron there. Thought it was gonna be right on the stick. Sent it about 15 yards over it or so, 10 yards over it. So a long birdie putt now. Looks like it's coming back down the hill. It should be breaking a little bit down towards my left. Looks like the lowest part of the green down there. Never quite had the pace. Thought it was a little bit more downhill than that. Kind of grabbed those first couple feet. A few feet left for our par. All right, so another 2-putt here. No damage. And I thank our guys that were sitting in the middle of the fairway for their alignment help and for their just putting the pressure on. You know, it's one way you could just not skull one or fat one right at them, is just have live human beings in the middle of the fairway right in front of your shot. And it inspires you a little bit. So shout out to our boys there. It's a par at the par 4 12th. So par 4 13th hole here, shorty. I'm actually gonna try and take it over those those pop bunkers all the way out there that look daunting. But with the driver trying to stay aggressive, I think that's gonna have to be the play. Let's go right over them. Okay, so let's hit well, see if it carries them, Mike. Going right at those big bunkers. And it does. So up and over them. That's probably the best tee ball of the day. Gonna give us a flip wedge here at the short par 4. Let's make a birdie. So a really good tee ball there, guys. Nice high cut, perfect shot shape for this dog leg right. Now we only have about 40 yards left into this one, so try and take advantage, wedge in hand. Very tricky pin though. It's back behind a ridge back there. I'm gonna try and carry it all the way too. Obviously don't wanna go long because then we'll be short-sided. Let's see, try and take something right over that ridge. See if it's a number. All right, it appears to be. So it's gonna leak down to the right a little bit. Looks like it got over that ridge there. And we'll see. No idea what that thing's looking like. Birdie putt nonetheless, though, let's make it. So just got a little bit scared of that back pin. Not wanting to go deep of that thing, so left it just a little bit short of where you'd want to from that kind of distance, but still got to putt at this birdie. Looks like it's got to come down to the right just a little bit. I've been short on a lot of the putts today. Try and stay aggressive here. Oh man, so it broke way more than I did, and then I was definitely aggressive, that's for sure. Not the best putting display here so far today. So we still got a few feet coming back for our par all of a sudden. Now that I look at it from this angle, which I probably should have, no excuse either too. Literally walking that way, but I could definitely see a little bit more of that ridge now. Just play that thing up way higher, but par putt here. All right, so a good one. Got out of there. All of a sudden, a short par 4, you have a 50-yard wedge shot. Don't hit the wedge shot that you like to, knock the putt a little past, and you're stressing over a few feet for your par. So kind of just banging it around so far here today, 1 over par. Again, like we talked about on the smart card before, after finding out that 11th hole was actually a par 4, not a par 5. So 1 over today through our first 4, and still looking for that birdie. Would have been a good time to make it there, but plenty of holes left here on part 1. Let's do it. So par there at the 13th. Moving right along to the 14th hole. We got a par 3 here, buck 75 over the water, into the wind just a touch. I'm gonna play a 180. I have a 6-iron in hand. Looks like a big long green, and the pin is all the way on the right side of that thing. So good confident swing at that right pin location. Again, we got a 6-iron here. So high one, actually drifting to the right. Gonna miss the screen out to the right, Mike. Good number, just got a little too airborne. I wound up getting my weight to my back foot, actually a little bit there, fell backwards, added some loft. Also, I think I had that thing teed just a little bit too high, but relatively good ball strike there, and we'll have an up and down, looks like our par. So not the worst miss here at the par 3. Like I was saying before, kind of back foot a little bit, teed a little high, and left it out to the right. So pretty straightforward chip shot coming up here. So it doesn't quite release. And by doesn't quite release, I hate to sound like that guy, since we have about a foot left, but definitely would have liked to jar that one off the chip. So for our 3. And up and down here. So not hitting it the best so far today at Mystic Dunes, but getting it around our ice scrambling okay. We're 1 over through our first 4 holes of the day. 5 holes of the day today, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5 holes of the day, 1 over par. Let's keep it going. So good up and down there at the par 3. Save our par from greenside location. We got 2 par 5s now coming down the stretch, 2 actual par 5s, not made up par 5s in my head like the 11th hole. So let's see if we can take advantage. Get a couple birdies coming in. Big dog leg left here, going for a big high draw. That's ideal, absolutely perfect right down the middle. It's actually cutting a little bit, but hammered though, hit really hard. Swinging the driver well today. You guys have seen some of the past vlogs, that hasn't been the case, but last couple rounds, figured out pretty good. Our boy John Montgomery over at Celebration, we'll add him right down below, also his skillist, and he's the man, but tuned up the driver well, got a lesson. Instructors need lessons, people. Instructors need lessons bad. They watch swings all day, we watch swings, we're critiquing people. Don't pay attention to our own game. So anytime I can get a lesson, it's always a pleasure, and John is the man. If you're in the Orlando area, definitely check out our boy. But a good drive there, and a plug for John Montgomery fixing the driver. Let's go make a birdie. So So a really good drive there, guys, but a really good hole design here too, though. So we got a tree blocking my way. Got about 200 left. Normally it'd be about a 5-iron, but I'm gonna have to hit like a 7-iron to get up over this tree in front of me. So just a smooth 7-iron, get us hopefully a wedge shot into this hole here at the 15th. All right, so up and over it. We are on the right side of this hole. And a little wedge left. Try and make our birdie at the par 5. So this is wild. I've never seen a green like this. This is different. So it's a huge swale. We'll see it. Definitely more thinking over this little 20-30 yard wedge shot than I thought I would have, because it just goes straight downhill after that ridge. And I'm not sure if you want to, have it roll down the entire hill, if you want to fly the hill, have it land in the back, because it's just so steep that it's got to just pick up so much speed. I'm stumped here, people. I'm gonna play with the roll it down the hill method though, and see how that gets us. So I just want this thing trickling down the top of that hill. So this is the part where we just start to hope. That was as good as I could hit that one. Literally had no speed at the top of the hill. Let's see, do we hear the flag stick? No flag stick heard. Hit and hope, people. Let's see what happens. You guys will see that green when we get up there. It's a wild one. Yeah, so this is a wild one here. Also looks like someone was a little frustrated with the green over here too. Pretty big gash taken out. It's not good. But huge slope. You can see me walking up this thing, kind of a little bit to scale how tall this slope is. I'm all the way above the pin up here, so got to be a good 10-12 feet of slope. Pretty crazy. So haven't really seen much like that. I landed my thing right at the top of that slope, and you can see I'm still, a good 10-12 feet past the cup. So still a birdie chance. Try and get that bogey back. Then we made it 11. Just be aggressive with this one. Just got it up the hill. Your right edge. Oh man, was that a misread and way too soft. Oh my goodness. So this is not a putting display here today, people. Not a lot of good putts. That's a 2-putt for a par at the par 5 15th, and just not my best effort. 1 over par through 15. Let's keep it moving. So a par there at the last, kind of a disappointing par, but the putter's just not there today at all. Moving right along though to a par 3, 150 or so to this back pin. A little bit downwind. I got it teed up a touch, trying to get it up there. Let the wind take it to the hole. So it's definitely up there, all right? Let's see if it's the number. Might be a little bit short if the wind hits it. Yeah, so just kind of the front part of that green. Probably had it teed up a little bit too high again. But we got a birdie putt coming up here. The 16th, let's make it. Just taking a sec to walk this thing out. Got a long putt here, probably a missed club. Probably should have been an 8-iron, hit the 9, hit that thing 150. Should have been about 160. And here we are with a long putter or two. Haven't been putting it the best today. Just can't really get the speed down pat. Good test here on a lag putt. This thing should come back down to the left pretty good off this slope on the right side of the green. Come on down, come on down, come on down. All right, so decent attempt there. Kept it out on the high side of the hole. It's always gonna slow it up a bit. And there's a couple feet left for the par. Had a few of these so far today, more than I probably like. This thing's actually a slider too. So good confident putt there. Didn't really want to give that one too much credit, too much time, and maybe able to hammer it home for the 3. So a good 2-putt par there. We're gonna remain at 1 over for the day here on the back 9. Part 1 of the vlog here from Mystic Dunes. There's gotta be a birdie coming eventually. I think we're due for one, let's make it. So this is a beast of a tee box back here on the 17th. Par 5, long par 5 going back up the hill. And this is about as narrow of a tee shot as it gets. So I'm gonna try and just get one out to the fairway out there. It looks like I'm gonna have to play a little bit of a cut. Shape one around these trees. Good confident swing on it though. Yeah, so that was a good one. So it's gonna be up the right side of this fairway. Not sure if you guys are gonna catch that one. And that'll do. So it's actually just got to the fairway. We are deep back here, but we have a fairway hit though on the par 5. Let's try and make a birdie. So still a long way home here. Good fairway hit off a really tight tee shot, which was good to see. But now this is definitely going to be a layup. I don't think I have the 275 shot dead up the hill into the wind in me today, so nor any day. So it's going to just be a 6-iron. It's going to be a 6-iron up the rest of this fairway. Up in front of that 150 stake, and we'll try and make our birdie from there. Same thing, just keep getting caught on my back foot a little bit on these shots. Ball's a little bit below my feet. That's gonna be up there though. Up there for a wedge shot left. Just not the best swing, kind of scooping at it, staying on my back foot a touch, getting stuck. And definitely a result of that slope as well too a little bit. But really gotta be kind of using this pressure point in my back right toe and get my butt off my back foot into my front side. But still have a wedge shot here, try and make our birdie at the par 5, 17th. So a pitching wedge left here. Would have liked to have a little bit less here after that 6-iron up, but not the case. But all of 140 left into this one still at the par 5. And we'll try and take advantage here though. Still got a wedge in hand for our approach shot. Ball's above my feet, so it should come left pretty good. Oh, and it definitely does just that. Didn't play it enough left. This one's gonna be, it's gonna be a missed green to the left side there, people. So not the best play there with the wedge. Knew it was gonna go to my left. Actually, that wind is now kicking that same direction too. So I started that thing off probably right side of the green. I probably had to be another 10 yards or so right on that thing easily. So missed opportunity, but a tough shot though. Got to do a better layup shot there, get your ball in the fairway so you're not messing around with lies like this, and try and get up and down, make our par, finish a 1 over for the day here, front 9 at Mystic Dunes. So a pretty big miss there with the wedge, big pull off that above my feet lie. Could do a little bit better job at not letting the face pass my hand, let the face of the club pass my hands, or aim a little bit more to the right, but nonetheless, really focus up, get this thing up and down, make sure we make our par here at the last. Got a good downslope going right to that pin. Gonna try and utilize that as best we can, let it funnel. All right, so good touch there. Actually wound up carrying the ridge. Good amount of check on it though. There's a couple feet here left for our par. Beautiful day here today too though in Orlando. I got sweater weather, a little overcast, high 60s, just ideal. Also be ideal to make this par putt. And we do. So get the 18th hole of the day here coming up, our last hole for part 1, 1 over par. After that par at the 17th, tough par 5s here. Par 5s are tricky, so good pars on both of those. We're going into the wind here at the short par 4. Looks like we have something to carry out there, probably about 260, 270 away, and that's pushing it for me. Carry distance a little bit, 270. That's kind of usually right where I'm at, but I'm gonna go ahead and send it right over those bunkers. Yeah, so it's hit hard, high cut right over, and we'll see if it clears it. Yeah, and it does. So over that bunker, I'm not sure if it's up on that top of that hill over there or not, but hit hard again though. I like to see it. Should have a short wedge here into the 18th, try and get that bogey back, get back to even. So wound up being one of the better tee balls of the day. That thing was hit hard, caught the downslope, and now only about a 30-yard wedge shot or so into the 18th here. So weird green here though, punch bowl green. Cannot see the pin right now. I think I have a good aiming point back there. This will be an interesting one here. You can kind of catch the downslope a little bit too much, trying to feel out where to carry it. I think just gonna carry it over this hill. Let it just trickle down to the pin. So Mike's gonna have a better vision on that one than I do. So tricky little shot there. I call it this down slope. I think I pulled that thing a little bit left of the pin of where I'd want that. So kind of the story of the day today so far, just not the best looks for birdie with wedges in my hand. But hitting the driver really well though. So a lot of greens and reg today, not a lot of birdies, but hopefully it keeps leading to good easy pars here. Trying to sneak in a birdie here at the last. This one's gettable. Give it a run up the hill. Really good way to end the vlog there, people. So a birdie coming back up the hill there at the 18th. Gonna get us back to even par for the day. Stole a birdie there at the last, and that feels good. Going into the back nine. I'll see you guys in the outro. So really good end to the video there. Awesome birdie at the 18th to get us back to even par for the day. 1 bogey, 1 birdie, pretty good 9 holes. So good ball striking, a lot of greens in regulation. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope to see you guys at part 2, which is gonna be the front 9 here at Mystic Dunes. And again, thank you for watching. If you liked it today, leave a like down below, a comment of what you thought about the video, and we'll see you next time. Part 2 coming up here, front 9, Mystic Dunes, even par on the back 9.